Don't tell Hugh, but I just ate a few ham and cheese sandwiches. Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Nooketh! Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 11:15 a.m. this happy Thursday, September 8th, 2022. Now for today's news. I'll do it gained a new neighbor today, Twiggy! Or was it Tweety? I can't remember. I'm sure she'll be very busy unpacking today, so consider checking in on her. Alright, it's time for our final announcement of the day. For all of you DIY-loving island residents out there, I have a very special announcement. DIY veterans can now take part in a special customization workshop I'm hosting. Learning how to customize will help you change up the look of any DIY projects you create, I have no doubt it will broaden your creative expertise. I'll conduct this DIY workshop inside Resident Services. Curious crafters should stop by. That's all from me. Time for you all to get out and enjoy your day. Yes, yes. And so we shall. As we wait for it to slowly load. I've got a drink of water here. Remember to stay hydrated. And speaking of hydrated, how about this island? Oh, hey, we're back. We're here. We got mail. Jolly Reds. On behalf of all of us here at Jolly Red's Treasure Trawler, excuse me, I'd like to thank you for your wise and, if I may add, final purchase of a twinkling painting. No refunds, right at owner and president. We also got a bunch of things here, so let's grab them up. Ni hao, MVP, KK Western, Mrs. Fleming, and Hose Reel. Let's put on something. MVP? That works. And I also want to take off a couple of things. Don't want to wear that hat anymore. I'm good without the stripe head socks. Yeah, fine by me. And we also got the twinkling painting. Let me put the hose reel that we just got right over here. Nice to have, some, I guess, water available for a garden of some type. How would I want this? I think I'd like it to come from underneath and then just twist the handle around later. Yeah, I guess that's how I would organize it. Our flowers, none of the hybrids bloomed or got another one. They didn't propagate, there we go. But we'll water them again anyway. Man, that was a really loud cicada. Let's bonk a rock. Pill bug. Nothing really remarkable out of that rock. Yeah, nothing. Alright, well, I think we got something for bonking rock. There we go. We're also halfway through the tending flowers one. We can capture a memory, get fossils assessed, and complete DIY projects, which, fortuitously, we have a workshop that we gotta do, so why not go there? And hey, the apples grew in. Definitely gonna be planting more trees of those. And, in the distance, there's another interesting tree right up here. It's the money tree. We'll shake it down in just a bit. But, I'm actually thinking about crafting a regular old axe to chop down the money tree, so we don't have it taking up some space. To someone out there somewhere, I just might have come up with a DIY recipe that'll change everything. Lucky you, you really scored by taking a peek inside this bottle. Try it and see what happens. Wishing you luck, Marlowe. Iron ladder setup kit. Well, don't mind if I do. Thank you, Marlowe. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna get all of the bonks here. Okay, good. Hello, you're a new face. Hello, you are calling me Sahara, for it is the name I have carried for as long as I have carried these rugs. Sorry, I almost slipped into a Hispanic accent when I meant to go into an Arabian one, so I'm not going to try to go into an accent anymore. I bring these rugs from my home, which is far, to help you decorate your home, which is near. I have small rugs, large rugs, and rugs of the medium space between. The design is seen after the buying. I've also mysterious flooring and wallpaper. Oh, how surprising you will find it. Are you ready to buy? Yeah, I'll take mysterious wallpaper. It's 3,000 bells. Sahara's gender has been called into question over the years, and I don't know what gender they are outright. I think Sahara is female, or at least I've assumed she's female. But by all accounts, she also looks like she could be male. So, Sahara, they, he, she. Sahara sells rugs and wallpaper and flooring. Now, if we wanted to buy a rug, I'm going to keep referring to Sahara as a she. But no, I mean, whatever the correct pronouns are. Whenever you buy a rug, you don't know what the rug is going to be until you buy it. But you can buy a small one, medium, or large one, or all three if you really want. And I'll be doing that. And she also gives you tickets for whenever you buy a rug. 1 ticket for a small rug, 2 for a medium, and 3 for a... Whoops. 3 for a large. I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me, can I buy more rugs? She'll accept the money payment. My heart and purse grow 1 size bigger, indeed. May the tickets tempt you. They sure do be, Sahara. Take a large rug as well. Our inventory's getting really full already. You will like the rug, I will like the money. Go figure. 5 exchange tickets have been collected. Yes, let us exchange for some wallpaper or flooring. I'm gonna get wallpaper. Surely your eyes will grow wide, like mouth of yawning beluga whale. Your heart will race when you see it. Alright, my wallet is now content. I will dip from you for now. Oh, hello. Another new face. Hey, yeah, hey. You live on this island? Thought so. I'm from, like, the next island over. My name's Harvey. Glad to meet you, friend. You can call me Harv if you want. Wonder why no one ever does that. Is the V part just fun to say? Or the V part just fun to say? Sorry, got a bit sidetracked there. Came here for a reason. Give me a minute, I'll remember why. Got it. I keep hearing about this island and how much folks dig the scene here. So I thought I'd check it out. I'm gonna start this Far Out Artist Collective, and I'm looking for ideas. So, what's the deal? I'd heard this place was deserted, like, literally a deserted island. You the honcho that put this place at the head of the class? Wait, this old noodle just had a casserole of an idea. You should visit my island. Just hit the airport and tell him you want to go to Harv's Island. That's the name of my pad. Groovy, right? Anyway, nice jawing with you. I'm gonna stroll around and see what makes I'll do it tick. Harvey! New character to the Animal Crossing franchise. He runs a photo studio. We'll see that maybe today. I'll see how things go. I know Quinn's indoors today, but what about Stinky? Is he out and about? I think he is. Sahara, are you trying to sell door to door? What's that about? Ooh, I really need to offload a lot of these things. Oh yeah, Stinky's fishing, that's right. Hey, bud. I think he's scaredy fish or just afraid of my huge bulging muscles. Gah! Oh. Wait, don't do anything yet. Hey, is it weight training time? Do you want this? What? For me? Yeah? Would you like... What would you like? I don't actually have much. Would you wear a hat? And would you want to wear a Scottish hat? That's the next question. You know, Stinky, you make me think that you're a man of the world. You already got a bonjour tea. How about a ni hao tea? Ta-da! Oh, beautiful. Good job, buddy. Alright, let's deposit some things. Or at the very least, equip some things. For example, we've got some new flooring and wallpaper to attend to. Stormy Night Wall. Ooh. That's actually one of my favorite ones. Heck yeah. What's the other mysterious wallpaper? Summit Wall. That's a mountain. Yeah, mountain range. So yeah, the wallpaper and flooring that Sahara gives you are all incredibly unique. They don't look like any traditional wallpaper or flooring, and also some of them are animated. In fact, a lot of them are animated. The flooring we got, lava flooring. Ooh. I guess we're on a volcano within this mountain range. Sure, we'll run with it. We'll put the puzzle flooring away. And the cloth wall we can... Well, we probably should have sold that. But whatever. Put the stripe-head socks away, tam o'shanter away. Don't think I'll be needing the Mrs. Flamingo for a while. V-neck sweater we can put away. Twinkling painting we'll give to Blathers. That can go away. And let's check out these mats real quick. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of space with this moon rug, so... Kitchen mat. That'll definitely incinerate on the lava, but, you know, it's not terrible. Good for maybe, like, an entryway. I do love these simple designs of mats. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll keep it over here by the bed. There we go. Cover up some of the lava. And the Peach Stripes rug, the large one. It definitely is large. And we can try to rotate it, but I don't know if it's gonna end up working while this other rug is available. Yeah, just gonna flip. So, whatever. Alright, cool. And let's register our new song. KK Western. You robbed a train near Santa Fe for money and for riches. It ended on a chain gang with the dirty sons of bitches. I'm trying to keep an eye out for my cat in the room. He's been to the dentist lately, within the past few days, and he's on some medication, and he's finally starting to move around, which is very good, but he's... I don't know what he's doing, and it's making me a little bit anxious, but if I hear a thundering crash, then I know I need to check up on him, but for right now, I think he's fine. Hugh, where'd you disappear to? Oh, there he is. Hey, what a geek. Good morning, what a geek. I was going for a walk because I was all unpacked and figured, hey, I got feet. I ought to do stuff with them. Besides, I hoped I'd see you if I walked around outside long enough. And I did. Thanks, feet. So, I brought a present for you today. This makes us officially licensed friends now. OLF. An iron garden chair. I made it back on my last island. It's the best one I've ever made. No sharp edges, no bad smells, and weighs what it's supposed to. I can't wait to have lots of nap times around here. Maybe the whole island can nap all at once, together. It'd be like nighttime, but at some other weirder time. Like, man, anytime is weird for this idea, huh? I like you, Hugh. You're a good egg. Let's go say hi to Twiggy, Twat, nothing? That was gonna be a bad word. Twiggy! Which I should remember more because that's also the name of the actress who showed up in Blues Brothers. But she was like a big-time model at the time. I took your advice. I bailed on everything and everyone I knew. I moved! Here! I live here now! Walking distance from your house! You, the only person I know here! We're going to talk so much. You got anything else to say? I want to hurry up and say hi to everybody and I'll do it, but I have to clean up first. I mean, what if they want to come hang out over at my place? First impressions of soup's important. Alright, Twiggy. You keep cleaning up, I'll see you more tomorrow. Maybe we'll send her a gift today. And Melba still needs to move in. The very first one of the three that we met, but she's not here yet. The bamboo shoots are starting to grow in. Any progress on these flowers? Doesn't look it. Alright, that's the requirement done. I saw the fossil spot just to the right here. So let me go ahead and do something about that. And then the other flowers we were watering were over here. Any progress on their fronts? Nothing here. Let me go ahead and claim that. Whoop, this. Oh, we got one for chopping down a tree, which I was planning on doing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, well. Yep, nothing behind the tree either. Sure, whatever. Maybe there'll be something tomorrow. Any news over here? Nope. And for my final trick, nothing. Dang. I don't think any new flowers sprouted today. Not even the lilies down by Quinn and Stinky's house. Oh, wait. Before I leave the cliffs, maybe I should go bonk the rock that's over here. Don't bonk the rock, baby. Bonk the rock. Don't tip the rock over. Bonk the rock. No money today. Eventually, we'll definitely go and learn about customization with Nook. But I'm still exploring here. Nothing new with these lilies either. I still love this music so much. Don't really want to water these cosmos because yellow and white can't make anything with themselves. A lot of the color possibilities for flowers tend to stem from, from the red ones. Let's clean up that stick. No money here, which means the money rock is won by the Nook's cranny, which is hilarious because that means the Nooklings could have bonked either one of the rocks there to get a decent payday out of it, but they chose not to. Dummies. Whoop. Getting caught in trees. What else is new? Whoop. There it is. Okay, I was starting to get a little worried about the pace I was going at. Man, 2 earth-boring dung beetles just chilling out across the river. Wonder what they're talking about. They're keeping their distance, but like a playful distance. This seems like a good opportunity for a shot. I want either oh no! That works. That's a decent fish, Shadow, but it's probably just a bass. Oh, he's not going to see that one, is he? Oh, there we go. Kaploosh. Bass. The most metal. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Ready for an instant memory. Ready, say Fuzzy Pickles. PSA, play Earthbound. It's never been easier thanks to the Nintendo Switch Online SNES app. Hashtag sponsor me Nintendo. We do have a lot of money now, so let's pull this out. Break our shovel, so we're gonna need to make another one real quick. I don't have hardwood. Well, we're by the Nooklings, so how about we buy the Nookling? I mean, buy a shovel, and then just use that for a smidge. Does that sound good? I hope so. Whoa! Why is there a half-human here? I'm looking respectfully at this half-human anatomical model. If ever we need to make a science class, I suppose. Also, this seems like it could go great with my can of kerosene. A tape recorder. That's expensive, but I'll take it. And this be traditional tea set. Cool. Excuse me, thank you. I am very curious about what is in the cabinet. Bubble blower, hello. You can just blow bubbles, it's cheap for a reason, it's not gonna... Red Cosmos! I'll take 5. I'll take your whole stock. I'll take all of them. I'll take none of them. Dippa. Flimsy shovel, here we go. And, out of curiosity, what wallpaper and flooring do you have? Chic tea room. No, I'm good. Rush tatami. I do really like modern wood flooring. I'll get that for later. Gonna put that away. Gonna move that away. Gonna open this away. Alright. Excuse me. Thank you. Bye. Alright, well, I can't bury 10,000 bells right now. So... might just have to do the 9,000. Which isn't bad. I'll bury my fishing rod. It'll become a golden fishing rod. If only it were that easy. Let's water you guys. There you go, get lots of water. Iron Garden chair. You know what? Let's give Quinn something to sit down on. Boom. Here we go. A seating spot for her. Do we even have another seat type thing for Stinky? We're definitely gonna need to give him a luchador ring eventually. I think we're good for now. Harvey's still walking around. I'm sorry, Harv is still walking around. Let's plant these cosmos that we picked up. There we go, just a stroke of cosmos there. Let's put down the workbench again, because we're not going to be over by the 3 new residents too much with it. And I want to make a regular old axe. Iron ladder setup kit. Those are rungs. Those are just straight up rungs there. Need 5 wood plus a regular ladder in order to make that. And golden dishes. Just 1 iron nugget. Cool. Okay, to make an axe, we just need 3 wood and a flimsy axe. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-bop. Wahoo! Let's go around chopping wood on the apple trees so we can also pick up some apples. Although we don't have a whole lot of space to work with. Let's get rid of some stuff. These are all the money trees. Except for this one. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm carrying an axe. That's kind of threatening. What's up, Woody Geek? You flexing those decoration muscles, guy? Well, making I'll do it is awesome as a team effort. So, I got something for you, too. A leaf you shouldn't have. Your tourist telescope, so your call. Game on. Funny you mentioned that. I'm playing a game right now. I will put the goods. Whoop. I want to put the goods right here, where this hardwood tree is, but I don't have an axe yet. So Stinky just filled up my inventory too. Cheeky man. Okay, I'll just go put some stuff down over here, and then I'll pick it up later. Drop. 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 And one more. Drop. Apples and pears are 2 of the top tier fruits, in my opinion. I think at the very top for me is strawberries, followed by grapes. Watermelons are pretty good, although you can't grow them in this game, nor can you grow grapes or strawberries. Bananas. No, I take that back. My top 1, bananas. Those are not an option in this game. They were in New Leaf, but not here. But yeah, no. Bananas easily. Oh, 2 fossil spots outside of the museum. That's interesting. And speaking of interesting, how about planting the apples that we just picked up over here? There isn't much else going on right now on this side. Stinky's got his own little apple orchard outside. Like in his backyard. Okay. And we'll save the other ones for later. Drop. We only got 2 wood out of that. Nope, I was trying to pull up the tools. Okay, there's our third wood. Let's make us an axe. Like the good old choppy kind. There we go. Wahoo! And now for choppy. Here's Johnny. Goodbye! And we have felled our first tree. But that means we have a stump available to us. We can't put anything on the stump except our sweet little tuchus. It's cute, but, yeah, you can't really do much with it. So if you really want to get rid of it, just dig it up. And there we have it. Back to deforestation. Let's dig this up and plant the nursery. Don't want to full-on chop down this pear tree. And in fact, I'm actually going to move this nursery one step to the side. Right here. Because that way these would all be even. I say that I don't want to ruin the pear tree, so... But, I've got plenty of pear trees on the island. I'll chop this one down tomorrow and put the new money tree there. Unless this is a money tree. That might be. Oh yeah, that's totally a money tree. Okay. Choppy. Gonna need to eat one of these pears in order to lift up the existing money tree. Eat. Come here, you. Let's pick up our miles. And what is the hot item of the day, now that I'm thinking about it? A pot. Which is easy to make, it's just a few clay, but it's not gonna sell for a lot. Look at our money trees, just growing in. Should I do the DIY workshop now, or should I wait for a little bit? And also, I'm wondering if I shouldn't put another tree right here of some kind. Just, like, fill out this space, because it feels a little empty right now. Now that I've cleared out the other tree. Silly me. Apple. Apple this tree. Alright. That'll grow in. It's gonna be weird for a couple of days, just seeing almost nothing. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. I promise. Okay, we've dawdled long enough. Let's go talk to Nook. Get a rundown on his services. Now, what a geek. Hello. As you might have heard on today's broadcast, I'm now offering a new workshop on customization. I think you'll find DIY even more fun when you master this skill. I do hope you take me up on this opportunity. Tell me about that. About that workshop. Ready to dip your toes into the delightful waters of customization, what a geek? I'd love to. Yes, that's the spirit. Let's get started. Could I put a spoiler on it? Can I put shocks and pegs? Next question, can I put flames on it? I believe a brief explanation about customization is in order. Honestly, it's incredibly simple. First, you'll need the item you want to customize, along with the required number of customization kits. Then you'll customize your item at a workbench. The designer color will change in the blink of an eye. I do believe you'll find this easier to understand once you try it yourself, so let's get started. Your goal for this session is to make a wooden wardrobe, and then do some customizing. The wardrobe you'll make, as well as closets, chests, and other items that store clothing, are quite useful. You can use them to easily change into any clothes you have stored in your home storage. You could use your custom-colored wooden wardrobe to put on your own fashion show. That freedom of expression is just the sort of thing we enjoy here, and I'll do it, Oops. You're gonna need the DIY recipe for it first. Let me just send that over now. There, all set. So come see me after you get a wooden wardrobe, How much regular wood do I need, and why did I spend 3 of it on the, Take workshop? Okay, I need 9 more. Whoops. Alright. Well, time to go shopping again. And hey, we got a new Nook Miles Plus thing up there. Dive for sea creatures, which we haven't done yet, but we have had the ability to for a couple of days. We've got the wetsuit, just haven't used it yet. 250 bonus miles. Sick. Can we get anything new from the redemption service? Anything cool, anyway? Bamboo slats fence? Okay. I'll take that. Thank you. And let's get the other fence. Zen fence. Nice stones, nice, tiled roof. Oh, my pockets are full. Darn you. Dang you, I mean. Okay.
Got a DIY recipe.
One more once. Zen fence.
Oh, there we go.
Wish you could have just printed it out so you can learn it yourself, but the reason it's there like that is so you can offer the recipes to other people who wouldn't have it accessible at the time. Cardboard box. I will claim that, because Hugh just finished moving in. So when Twiggy finishes moving in tomorrow, she'll also drop off a cardboard box in that recycle box. Let's put some more things down here. Okay. Let's look for wasps. I mean, cut wood. That's what we're doing today. Bit of a risky move to shake that tree, but oh well.
Coin.
Hugh, are you good? You just looking at Stinky? Hey, I feel like I've seen you a lot today. Am I seeing you a lot, or do I just feel that way? What's the latest? I sleep so well on cool fall nights. Want to know why? It's because I've usually got a belly full of snacks and a warm blankie. Now that's thinking with your old noodle. I don't remember which trees were fruit trees and which ones were hardwood, so, yeah. That's the end of my thought, I guess. Hey, life ring. That sounds like something that could be put on a beach somewhere. How about, where did Gulliver wash up one time? It was up here. Not here, but that is a large fish shadow. That's probably a sea bass. Yep. Finally, we've caught a sea bass. No, wait, it's at least a C+. Even though it's a big shadow, he's very common. Let's put the life ring right here. So don't get too excited when you see a sea bass, is what I'm saying. Let's do some shopping. Oh. You didn't see that. I think it's charming that Hugh only has his mouth on one side of his face, ever. It never swaps sides. He's a regular old Picasso pig. That's what he is. He's got the blues, he's got the hues, he's got the weird mouth on only one side. I love him. You know what? Let's throw caution to the wind. Let's see if we can get a wasp nest to fall on us. Because there are other ways to circumvent the wasps actually hitting you. Outside of, you know, catching them outright. How many regular pieces of wood are we up to now? 18. So we can make the thing we need. Whatever that thing may be. And I haven't checked this cliff face yet for any collectibles, i.e. id est fossils. Not seeing any. Oh, if we still have the telescope on us, I was thinking about putting it up here somewhere. Probably up on this upmost cliff. Because it looks like a great stargazing spot. Okay, nothing of interest. There's like a fish up at the top. Mountain water source, I guess. Yeah, you get out of here. Oop. Okay, we will craft the wooden wardrobe. Woohoo! And now that we've done that, maybe Nook will actually teach us a thing or two. Stay hydrated. Oh, wait. Maybe I should have said take workshop. You've got your wooden wardrobe. I think that means it's time for you to customize it. First, what a geek, I'll give you some customization kits. Do I even have the space for it? Next, try pulling it out. Thank you. Pull out your wooden wardrobe and try customizing it. So now we can change the paint to be white wood, cherry wood, dark wood, black, green, blue, or pink wood. I do really like green, so we're gonna do that. Ta-da! I customized a wooden wardrobe. Yes, yes, masterfully done. As you've just seen, customizing items is quite easy when you have customization kits and a workbench. You can take the extras from today as my gift to you. Use them in your future customization projects, As a graduate of my workshop, you'll now be able to buy any kits you need from the shop. Now, for the most part, you can customize furniture or other items you've made as DIY projects. However, some of the mass-market furniture items sold in the shop can also withstand some customization. For example, you might be able to change an item's fabric or add a custom design to it. Figuring out what you can customize and how you can customize it can be a lot of fun. And this concludes my workshop on customization. I hope you enjoy putting on a fashion show in your home using your custom wooden wardrobe. Now, take a break, I do believe you've earned it. What should I do? Well, alright then. He's got nothing for us. In which case, let's buy him out of House and Nook. You can buy another Nintendo Switch. Well, not even another, but a one for the game. And a regular old telescope. Get a rain hat, oval glasses, frog tea. Hello! We'll get a frog tea. We'll get hello. More chino pants, because clearly they're having a sale. Water shoes? Maybe. Lucky KK, a new song. And we could give some of our villagers the oval glasses. I think I'll do that. And I have barely enough money left over for other things, so water shoes it is. And that's it? Yep. Alright. Patronage out. The customization kits can also affect your tools. So you can change the color of some of them. Shovel, fishing rod, net, that kind of stuff. Vaulting pole and ladder, not so much. But whenever you go to craft things now, you'll notice that there's a paintbrush icon at the top left of whatever you want to highlight, which means it can be customized. Some things you cannot customize, such as the bonfire or the tiki torch. But you can change the color of the ladders, like the setup kits anyway. Zen fence, bamboo slats fence. Some fences can also be customized to change a little bit of the coloring. The flimsy stuff you can't change the color of, but everything else you can. We should definitely offload some things. Sounds good? Cool. Can I place this back here? Will it? Yeah, okay. But the lily is super close to that, and I kind of want to view that easily. So, in that case, I guess I'll put it up in the house, as wardrobes tend to go. You could just leave it out in the open to change out in the open. But I digress. We'll put away the mirror, and we'll put the wardrobe down. What else should I put away? Guess I don't need the customization kits right now. I'll be able to grab them later. 50 for free is pretty good, all things considered. Put that away. We'll keep those. And deposit that. Put the softwood away. We won't be needing that much. Looks good to me. And let's look at the wardrobe real quick. Should I change? And now you can pull open what you've got in your storage. So you can just quick change at any time. You can even put on a rose. Now I'll keep the MVP shirt on. Yeah. And I really only got the slip-on loafers. I sold the other ones. Unless I didn't save the other ones, and the other ones I'm thinking of are currently behind the wardrobe. Much like how the gingham picnic shirt is now clipping into the wardrobe. Let's give that a touch-up, huh? Well, now it looks like the shoes are sitting on top of the wardrobe without them being on top of the wardrobe. Let's try something here. Can we even put the shoes on top of the wardrobe? Sure can. There we go. That works. Perfect. Alright, let's get out of here. We still got so many other things on the ground. Curse me. Alright, let's go dig up those other fossils, have them appraised, and then donate some stuff to Blathers. Wahoo! We should also get the miles for changing clothes. Huzzah! Wahoo! I think we've gotten all 4 fossils today. We've got 5 in our inventory. I hope we've dug up all 4 spots that spawned on the island today. If not, I'm gonna be embarrassed tomorrow. Ayo, Nooketh. Sorry, not Nooketh. Nooketh's friend, Blath. Let us assess some fossils. Facets of fossils. What you got? Every one of them is a rare fossil. Sick. Let us have him tell us about a couple of things. Trilobite, sure. Black trilobite. Trilobites were ancient and extinct before the dinosaurs ever appeared. It boggles the mind. Whoo! They were also one of the most successful classes of animal ever, existing for over 300 million years, although they were a C-grade student. Some 50,000 species have been identified in sizes ranging from 3 millimeters to over 2 feet. Alas, that is the very limit of my enthusiasm for them, though. They look rather too much like bugs. Alright, what else do you gotta tell us about? Let's have him do one more fossil and then a fish. Iguanodon, Pachysaurus, Plesiodon. Oh, wow. We got two of the same. A Plesiosaurus, excuse me. Not Plesiodon. Ah yes, the Plesiosaurus is a classic of the ancient reptile world. That long, graceful neck, the wee little head, and the plump, turtle-like body make for a striking silhouette. Incidentally, despite the Saurus name, it wasn't actually a dinosaur. Common error, eh what? But they were surely a majestic sight, swimming in those ancient seas like a long-necked rubber ducky. I was hoping he'd bring up Loch Ness at least, because I think a common assumption about Nessie is that it's a Plesiosaurus that somehow survived for a long time. Let's do a pike. Ooh, indeed, hoot! Splendid pike. The pike has always reminded me of a bit of salmon, although a pike can grow rather larger. These brutes can grow to over 4 feet long, sometimes much over. Hoo-hoo! It is carnivorous and preys not only on other fish, but also mammals and some waterfowl. If I were ever to meet one in the water, I would have a most difficult time keeping my wits about me. We are sorely lacking a pike. And therefore, you should eat it. I mean, donate it. So I could eat it. Alright, sir. Let us donate all of these things. Only one plesiotail, because he won't accept the other one. Yeah, let's do it. And we're good. Should we explore some of the exhibits? I think we should. First of all, let's grab these miles. And he's back to sleep. I mean, it is noon. Owls aren't really active before the afternoon, evening. So, the art exhibit, currently pretty barren, but we've donated Starry Night, so it's over there. But sooner or later, this place will be chock full of works by the old masters. But that's something to look forward to much, 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 much later. Because, man, collecting all the art pieces from Red is a trial and a half. Let's go see fish. I've always liked going into the fish and bug exhibits in the museum because each room is curated to whatever types of fish you can find in specific areas. So here we have river fish, upper river fish, and upper river fish. We've got, in this tank, nothing yet, but sooner or later it's going to have murky water pond or river fish. This is a lot of pond fish, including, I think that's the pike that's swimming around really fast. Tiny pond fish, including the goldfish. And over here, we're going to get some deep water fish. Deep as in ocean water fish. And this place is always really cool. The lighting is amazing. Look at that one horse mackerel just swimming. Once you get a lot of fish going, this place fills up and it looks beautiful. Nothing here yet, but this is for, like, the very, very bottom of the sea fish. And they'll even start displaying some equipment that divers would use, for example. And then over here, other ocean fish, usually some exotic fish. on this display, you can see something that looks like a, I think it's a sea butterfly or a sea angel. And that would go in this tube. Already got some cool coral because we've got the butterfly fish and the clownfish. Nothing else there. We can go in through this tube and get up close and personal to some of these fish. Look at that. That's really cool. Pufferfish, you gonna inflate for me? Nah, he's just chilling. Okay, I guess let's go to the bug exhibit last and then find something else to do. It's always fun to come to the museum, checking up on your progress in visual form, because like the Critterpedia will tell you what things you've caught, but seeing it all in action really brings it home. Alright, here we are. This is the open area exhibit where a lot of the bugs can be found just chilling out. This tree is really fun whenever you have a ton of bugs, including a bunch of beetles, and they'll end up fighting on that tree. You could probably place your bets with some of the beetles that show up there. Emperor butterfly, tiger butterfly. Some fish down there if you've caught them. Or a species of it. There's the water skater, or pond skater rather. The diving beetle. This tiger beetle is just jumping around. And over here we've got a greenhouse of sorts. And a lot of the types of butterflies that you've caught will just flock here, and you can just chill out, sit around with the butterflies. You know, the snail is also here. And once we come up here, we've got some more laboratory-based bugs. Some more reclusive ones. Moth, centipede in there, walking leaf. These are for some of the more antagonistic bugs. There's a couple of hopping dudes and a lot of dirt, probably implying that we can put ants there. We got that butterfly or moth that I can never remember the name of. The paper kite butterfly. There we go. Mosquitoes. Seems like this is a... oh, what's the term? Give me a second. I'll think of it. Quarantine. I was thinking this looks like a sort of a quarantine area where experiments happen on certain creatures and further research needs to be done. I appreciate the fly swatter in the corner. Down here we got the wharf roaches with tiny little wave breakers and a hermit crab chilling out in his little dome. It's neat. Oh, it feels a little musty in here. I'm gonna skedaddle. Crawl on out of here. And that'll do it for the bug exhibit for now. I'm sure sooner or later we'll find ourselves back in this area or in the other parts of the museum. Either looking for villagers or checking on our progress or what have you. We'll see. We'll see. For now, what do I want to do? I can sell this plesiotail. I could go diving. I think I'm going to do that. What else is on our agenda for Nook Miles? Hot item, villagers, bug, wood. We've talked to Twiggy. We haven't given her anything yet. We gifted Stinky a thing. We haven't talked to Quinn yet, actually. Let's go do that. I think she's crafting right now, because she's stayed in her house this entire time. Hey, Quinn. What'd it do? Got a groove going now. This is starting to rock proper. What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making an iron door plate. This DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so I'd like to go all in on it. It's so worth the effort, though. You want to give it a whirl? Making an iron door plate, I mean proper. I can show you if you want. Definitely, let's do it. Thought you'd say that. Alright, here's the recipe. Go study up.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see how yours comes out. There's nothing like building something with your own hands. Learning. Iron door plate. Also, I do got more to say. This is for you. We don't have much to give her. We can give her a fish. She'll display it in the... You know what? Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's give her a black bass. Aw, look at the little black bass. It's so cute. Thanks, Woody Geek. I'm gonna treat this little fella like family. Oh, right, I gotta pick a name. Uh-oh. How about... Ugh, I'm awful at this. I guess I'll just call it Woody Geek for now. Alright, here's a little something from me to you. It's a sleeved apron. Thanks, I'll wear it always. I mean, never. I mean, I won't take it. I mean, look at that! I belong in the food service industry. I feel like that could be a good present for Hugh, because he loves food. But maybe I'll give that to someone else later. I don't know, I'll put it away and maybe I'll look at it. Oh, shoot! Harv's Island! We haven't done anything with Harv's Island yet. Yeah, let's go there. Forgot he was a visitor today. Not the visitor, that's Sahara. Savannah? Sahara? The camel. Savannah. I think that's her name. No, shoot, it might be Sahara. Help! Orville, I'm mixing up names! I want to fly. Where'd you want to go? Visit Harv's Island. Huh? Harv's Island? Where could... Oh, I know. You're talking about that island Harvey lives on. Roger that, good buddy. Time for takeoff. We need to travel. Just think, what would dodos do? They would scavenge for food? I guess? Well, anyway, let's see what this is all about. Touchdown like taking long naps in a glockenspiel. We are parked and proud. Give a quack to wing back. Hello, Harv. Nice place you got there. Hey there, Woody Geek. Good to see you again so soon. I mean, I was on the same flight as you over here, so it's good to see you so soon again after seeing you. Wait, that was today that we talked, right? I didn't just sleep the whole time since then. Anyway, welcome to Harv's Island. Don't remember if I mentioned it before, but I run a photo studio here. It's called Photopia, because it's like paradise for picture taking, and it's free to all, so come use it anytime. Photopia. Let's have a look. Slam the door in his face, not even offer him passage into his own house. Well, he's got a nice living room, I suppose. So, you digging the Photopia vibe? Pretty groovy, right? It's like my home away from home, you know. Well, more like my home that is my home, really. But hey, since you're here, let's capture the moment on film, huh? And if you got any questions about the studio, I'm all ears. Well, mostly ears. Some nose, too. Tell me more, bud. Really? That's great. Oh, you said bud, too. I do like bud. Okay, you've come to the right dog. Yes, sirree. Alright, there's basically 3 things to worry about with pictures. The set, models, and wardrobe. In other words, arrange your space, gather up the folks you want in the picture, and give them costumes. Once you master those 3, taking the actual pictures is easy, at least here in Photopia. You want to hear more details about sets, models, wardrobe, or you know, actually taking pictures? Tell me about sets. Okay, there's 6 different rooms here, and you can set up each of them up however you like. You can press down to change the decor at a studio, just like you do at home. Oh, and speaking of set decorations, they got a special deal with Nook Shopping. So if it's in your catalog, you can just borrow one on the spot to use in your set. Sweet like granola, right? And if the furniture you want is customizable, you can borrow it in any color. Yep, that's everything I know about sets. How'd I do? You need me to explain anything else? Models. Now, nothing wrong with being your own model if you're feeling selfish, but you can also invite models. In fact, you can invite up to 10 models if you want to take a group photo. Now, these aren't professional models, mind you, more like neighbors that live on your island. But if you got an Animal Crossing character's amiibo, you can use those to invite other folks. They might not actually be able to come, though. None of them ever show up when I invite them. Anyway, you can call others by pressing down and tapping the amiibo to the NFC touch point. Oh, one more thing. You can ask a model in the studio to strike a certain pose if you like. Of course, you have to be able to show them what you like. what you want. Like, you gotta model the pose for your model. You can ask him to do any pose you can do as a reaction, so choose a model and do a pose from ZR. Yeah, that's everything I know about models. You want your models wearing costumes that match the set, right? That's where the wardrobe comes in. Nook Shopping will lend you clothes just like it does furniture, so you can borrow anything in your catalog. Even better, your models can wear your costumes too, and wardrobe changes are a snap. Just know that, since everybody likes different stuff, some residents won't wear certain things. Anyway, when you're changing sets with Down, just select a character and press X to switch up their outfit. And that's all he knows about wardrobe. How do I take pictures? You can take pictures with the screenshot button on your controller or with your Nook phone's camera app. Oh, but you can't use your Nook phone when you're changing studio settings with Down. Drag. All that means is you have to finish up your settings before you can use the camera, though. Whether you use screenshot button or camera, you'll find the picture and the images on the home menu. Oh, and if you're using the camera app, you can press A to signal your model so that it's time to pose. If you don't know how to request a certain pose, ask me about models. I'm good. You sure are, and don't let anybody tell you different. Well, feel free to use the studio anytime, bud. If you're all set, I'm gonna go freshen up my hair. Come grab me outside if you need anything. Well, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna want to do today, but let's see about bringing in some other people. We can actually pull from the villagers that we've got on our island. Let's bring in Quinn. There she is. If we highlight over her and press X, we can pick from our catalog of clothes. She doesn't look too great with any of these hats, unfortunately, because of her flat head. Or glasses, because of her round beak. But that's good to know for later. Well, she's rocking it. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can drag her if we really want to. Look at her fly! She's a flight bird. I don't think we can turn her around without just tapping on her. There we go. If we want to, we can just drop her on the couch. Change her emotion to delight. Let us bring in another villager. Stinky. There he is. Let's change up his attire as well. Tie-dye shirt. Oh, he actually can wear the paisley bandana fine because he's got a round head. Although that's a teensy outdoor hat. And a tulip hat. I don't know how I feel about him wearing a mask and glasses. Bonjour. Sure. A unique style, to be sure. Alright, guys. Stay frosty. I'm gonna go ahead and... There you go. Alright. That's good enough. Thanks, guys. I've never experimented much with the photo studio, and I probably won't during this playthrough. But if you ever want to pose your villagers from your island with whatever you want, by all means, set them all up, dress them up, and have fun with it. It's not really for me, though. But we're done with Harv's Island. We can't even do anything here because we can't access our tools. There's no fish, there's no bugs. He's locked off the rest of the island with his laundry and a couple of fencing. Or a little bit of fencing. It does look nice back there, and there's a lot of trees and foliage, but you can't do anything with it. Trainwreck Rainbow Sherbet is reporting Tango Hot Yoga is go. Do you require assistance? Over. Wanna bust Bunsen burners and bounce back to Peartown? Roger, let's pack snacks and make tracks. Alright. What say you to some ocean diving? Diving, if you will. Because we can't do river diving, or cliff diving, or skydiving. Hello? Hello? Oh, hey, it's Harvey. I'm calling on the phone part of your phone. I forgot to tell you something when you were at Photopia. Go figure, right? Haha. What I wanted to tell you about was any models you invited to the studio. After you introduced us, I thought I'd take a nice portrait and turn it into a poster. Hope you like it. I set it up with Nook Shopping, so you can order through them, so, please order some. Alrighty then, I think that's about it. Hope you visit Harv's Island again sometime soon. Bye now. So yeah, you can order posters. But first things first, what is your name? Sahara. Sahara, Savannah, Savant, Sap, Saranthropus, that's the one I was trying to go for. Let's go diving. Leaf print wetsuit. Huzzah! Our shirt and pants get changed into a wetsuit, and if we approach any body of water and press A, we get to go swimming! And you can do this in any season, too, so even when it's the dead of winter, you can go swimming. Pressing A will let you do the breaststroke. Holding A will let you, just kick your feet. The fastest way to get around is doing the breaststroke, so be prepared to mash A lot. And if you press Y, you can dive. You can also swim for a little bit. After a certain amount of time, your character will just surface on their own. But if you want to surface on your own, I think you can just press B. Nope, Y. Yep, Y again. And hey, we got bubbles. Let's dive under here. And we can see a shadow that is emitting those bubbles. If we approach it, it's going to start running away. But we can pick it up and... Yes! I got a mussel. It's been working out. So yeah, you can find sea creatures now, as opposed to just fish. And Blathers will accept these into his museum if you really want to donate them. The size of the shadow and the amount of bubbles that are emitting from the thing are good indicators to suggest how rare a thing is. Also the movement of the shadow. I got a sea star. Maybe he'll give me an autograph. And just like fish and bugs, you can sell these for a decent profit, depending on which ones you find. Any other bubbles around here? Oh, there's some. There's a smaller shadow. We got acorn barnacle. Will it grow into an oak barnacle? Let's try planting it, see what happens. Another thing you can do with the wetsuit, rather than just walking into the water, you can just jump in. And one thing I really like to do after I discovered it is if you take a running start before jumping in and keep mashing A, then you just do a flip and almost crack your head on the side of the rocks. It's really goofy, but I love it. Might have a duplicate here. Mussel. Any of the shadows, bubbles around here that will then allow a shadow. And yeah, obviously you can't go past the ropes that are in the water over there. So there are barriers to the island even if you can swim. Oh, that one's moving towards me. It really wants to get caught. Silly mussel. Oh, we got a lot of bubbles there. But it's not moving at all. Big shadow, not moving, lots of bubbles. That is a sea anemone. The enemy of my anemone is my frenemy. I'm surprised I got that first try. What do we got? Medium shadow, light bubbles. That's another mussel. And eventually, we should be reaching the secret beach. Unless we just passed it. No, actually, secret beach is further to the right. More steady stream of bubbles. Small shadow, though, so it could be something new. Nope. More barnacle. And then this. Steady stream. The bubbles are going side to side, but I think it's just going to be another mussel. So I'm not going to bother. He says he bothers anyway. Huzzah! The psych out. It's a sea star. Gotten a lot of duplicates. If the bubbles end up being very shaky, as in if they're deviating from one another from side to side, then that's a pretty good indication that there's a rare thing underneath the water. That looks like a... Yeah, it's probably another sea star or mussel, honestly. Although... something's nagging at me. That seems a little slow for the bubbles to be rising. So I'm gonna walk up to it, but if it doesn't make a run for it, then I'm not interested. Okay, it's making a run for it, but not a great run for it. Oh, sea urchin. Good thing I checked. Wasn't even urchin for it. How much inventory space do I got? 3 more. I was figuring we were running out of space soon. That shadow's not moving much, so it's probably nothing interesting. Oh, that's petite. Nope, never mind. That grew in size immediately. Never mind. Alright, then. And what about you? I dove really early. Doesn't look interesting. He's not exactly making a break for it. Deep dive. Underwater udder study. And dive for sea creatures. Catch a goldfish. I'm good. I'm gonna see if I can catch one more unique undersea creature before reporting back to Blathers. That might be another sea urchin, given the slightly infrequent bubbles. It's also a medium... Nope. It's just another barnacle. Dang. Just gonna make a full lap around, and we're only gonna find the 4 or 5 unique sea creatures. Tide's coming in, which means we're at the secret beach. That's probably nothing new. Or at least it's unlikely to be anything new. Also probably nothing new. Let's walk up to it, see what happens. Trying to make a break for it. Hey, new thing. That's an oyster. It's a little shellfish. Okay, we got one more slot available. Hold up. Is that another anemone? Yeah. Okay. And we can't throw out anything while we're swimming, so if we catch any more things, we can't dispose of any more things. So we're gonna have to do that while we're out of the water. That being getting rid of things out of the water. I'll start running back to the museum, but if anything catches my eye on the water, then I will try to get it. It's a big shadow, but I think it's just another bass. Sometimes there are fish that only spawn at the pier. I don't think we're in the right season for such a thing, but let's try anyway. Yep, of course. Get out of my inventory. It sells for nothing. Like, only 100-something bells. It's pretty bad. Let's get rid of... We got a lot of mussels. Well, first of all. And second of all. Get ready for a run and jump. And I have a head injury, bleeding profusely, and gonna need physical and mental therapy. Where are you going? Urch. Oh, hey. Are you leaving or are you coming? I think it's leaving. Pop. Let's get rid of another muss. Check this out. Yellow balloons tend to be money. It is not money, it's another bottled ship. Which reminds me, we still need to give Twiggy a gift via the mail. Do I want to give her anything from here? Maybe the tail, but then again, maybe not. What can I craft? How you doing, Stinky? I ran in front of him, but he was definitely observing, and is still observing, that red dragonfly. He's enthralled. Although not anymore, he's not chasing it much. Not even interested in the other red dragonfly that just popped into his peripheral. I'm definitely going to need to drop something, actually, so let's do that. Drop. We can craft the iron door plate, which I'll do for myself, actually. And then, with just as much speed, walk up to my door and decorate door. Boom. Now we have a little thing on our door. Isn't that cute? What would Twiggy want? She's kind of a diva. So... I was thinking the rose wreath. I don't have the inventory space for all the roses, though. So, guess what we're doing? We're placing this. Look at it go. We're placing this. There he is. And we're placing... Well, no, we don't even need to place another thing. Let's just go get the 3 types from the cliffs. Ones that we're not trying to propagate. And they'll grow back over a couple of days, so... No worries. No skin off my back. That's 2 whites, 2 reds, 1 yellow. 3 whites, 2 reds, 1 yellow. Three reds. Just need 1 more yellow. Alright. Am I hearing a balloon? Ah, well. It doesn't matter. I would like to craft the rose wreath. Dabba 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 dabba. Now you might think, well, can't I get another a different color of rose wreath? Like, can't I customize it to look like a different color? You can't customize one, but there are other recipes for other rose wreaths that pertain to different colors of roses. So, for example, there would be a fancy rose wreath, which would require, I think, pink, orange, and white, I think, roses. Maybe yellow. Pink, orange, and yellow. And that might not even be the name of the rose wreath. Fancy could be something else. Twiggy! Let's give her... Well, she's a bird, obviously, so she'd like the flight blue sky card, but she's also a pop star, so maybe she'd like something a little bit more peppy. Like so many hearts. We'll tell her the usual spiel. Welcome to the island. I'll do it. And then we will attach the rose wreath. Just like getting presents from fans after a performance, she gets some roses. Go figure. Or is it go twigya? Because her name is Tweety. Get it? I'm funny. Alright, we're done with the wetsuit for today. We'll take that off. It can stay there, I guess. And let's go donate to Blathers. The, what, 4, 5 things we found? Mr. Owl. Make a donation. Boop, 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 and boop, boop. 6 things, my mistake. Woohoo, several things. And also tell me about some of them. How's about the urchin? Ah, the sea urchin, the unabashed goth of the ocean floor. Indeed, with its mane of dark-hued spikes, it looks for all the world as if it might front a punk rock band. Perhaps its more demure relatives, the sea cucumber and the sea star, disapprove of its outlandish look. 'Twould certainly explain why sea stars gobble up sea urchins every chance they get. But worry not for our spiky friend. Its venomous spines are an effective deterrent to many a predator. And then there are its sticky tube feet, which it uses to maneuver out of harm's way. Tube feet, I say! What will this salty rebel think of next? And how's about the sea star? Got anything else to say about it besides that it eats sea urchins? The sea star may appear to have 5 feet, but those are in fact its arms. And though 5-armed sea stars are the most common, there are species with 20 or even 40 arms out there. Ah, but the fascinating appendage facts do not end there. What? You have more appendage facts? You see, upon each sea star's arms sprout many dozens of tiny feet. Yes, feet! They use these suction-cupped feet not to just move about, but to, grab hold of dinner guests as well. Finally, it should be noted that when a sea star loses an arm, it can grow it back. More impressive yet, a severed sea star arm can sometimes grow an entire sea star body back. We have this item on display at the museum at this very moment. Yada yada yada, you've heard this spiel before. And how about the anemone? Medusa herself would be most impressed by the sea anemone. This pretty predator loves to wave its colorful flowing locks about, but those gorgeous tresses are, in fact, deadly tentacles surrounding a hungry mouth. Triggered by the slightest touch, these tentacles harpoon victims with neurotoxin. The sea anemone then pulls the helpless, hapless prey into its mouth for a spot of lunch. I say, let this be a lesson. Never ever make an enemy out of an anemone. Alright, thanks, Blathers. We're gonna go sell these things now. And if you're ever curious about the sea creatures you have, they will be in the fish exhibits. Right. Pot was the thing for today, but we already put away our clay, so let's not worry about it. Hello, boys. I'm gonna sell that, that, this, and that should be it. Alright, yeah. 10,350 bells. I'll take it. Thank you. I think we're gonna call it a day here. So, let us return home, and I think I'm going to deposit a few things. Namely, all these furniture items that I have no real use for yet. Yeah, no, we're good to go. Oh, right, the tourist telescope. I'm gonna put that down tomorrow. Put those away, put these away, sure. Yep. Put those away, put that away. Yep. No, I'll keep that on hand. I kind of actually want to give that to Melba. Because normal villagers, I feel like they would be pretty avid about cooking. If we place this horizontally... Ooh, that does look nice. Yeah, we'll keep that. Put that away. Put this away. I don't know if I'm gonna... Maybe I should put ladders up around the island. I don't know, I'll think about that. We'll put away the wetsuit. Put that away, that's creepy. Traditional tea set, I guess we could display that here. And then iron nuggets, we could put that away. There we go. Perfect. And with that, that'll be it for today. See you guys tomorrow for more village and island decorating and establishing, I suppose.